Have you ever wanted to step right into a storybook? A place filled with legends of pirates and gold, where ancient fortresses bake under a tropical sun? Well, that place is real. Welcome to Cartagena de Indias, the absolute jewel of the Caribbean. Every single colorful street corner here has a story to tell. So let's dive in and explore it together. The great Gabriel Garcia Marquez just hit the nail on the head when he wrote about feeling born again inside the walls. It perfectly captures that feeling when you first arrive. You're literally leaving the modern world behind and stepping into this magical, almost surreal colonial reality. It's a feeling that, trust me, never really leaves you. And there's a really good reason for all that magic. Cartagena is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and back in the day, it was one of the most important ports in the entire Spanish Empire. It was this massive hub of commerce and power, which of course also made it a prime target for anyone looking for treasure. You can feel that intense history etched into every single stone of this city. So our tour is going to start right where the city's story is the most profound. We're stepping into El Corazon, the heart of it all, the walled city. Okay, this right here is the city's official welcome mat, the Torre del Reloj, or the clock tower. The second you pass through its arches, you're hit with this incredible, bustling energy of the Plaza de los Coches. It's kind of wild to think that this vibrant square, just filled with life now, was once the city's slave market. So you gotta ask, why the giant fortress? Well, the city was founded way back in 1533, and its insane wealth got a lot of unwanted attention really fast. The final straw, though, was in 1586. The infamous pirate Sir Francis Drake just sailed in and completely sacked the city. After that, Spain was like, okay, never again. They started building a wall so massive, so strong, it took them almost 200 years to finish. Just think about that. It was a monumental effort that created the impregnable city we see today. And once you're inside those walls, it is pure magic. You could spend days, literally days, just getting lost in the cobblestone streets. You might wander into the Plaza de Santo Domingo and run into Gorda Gertrudis, a famous statue by Botero. Or you'll see the iconic palanqueras, these amazing women in vibrant dresses balancing bowls of fresh fruit on their heads. And if you have a sweet tooth, you have got to find the Portal de los Dulces. It's an entire arcade just dedicated to local candy. Okay, now, let's just take a few steps outside the main walls because we're about to find the city's true soul, a neighborhood that is pulsating with a completely different kind of energy. Welcome to Gethsemane. This place used to be a humble working-class district, but man, it has absolutely exploded into Cartagena's bohemian and artistic hub. It's got a little grit, it's super authentic, and it is just brimming with creative energy. This is where the locals hang out. This is where the city's modern pulse beats the loudest. Experiencing Gethsemane is, and I mean this, a total feast for the senses. Every wall is basically a canvas for incredible street art. At night, the whole community just pours into the Plaza de la Trinidad. You'll hear salsa and champeta, that's the local Afro-Caribbean rhythm, spilling out of doorways, and you'll smell amazing street food, like the must-try arepa de huevo. It's this delicious fried corn cake stuffed with a perfectly cooked egg inside. It is incredible. All right, from the vibrant streets, it's time to get a new perspective. We're heading up, way up, to meet the city's ultimate protector, the guardian that made Cartagena truly unconquerable. And this is it, the Castillo San Felipe de Brajas. Let me be clear, this is not just a castle, it is a mountain of a fortress. It's actually the largest military structure the Spanish ever built in any of their colonies. It was strategically plopped on top of the hill of San Lázaro, and its brilliant design of interlocking tunnels and impenetrable walls was engineered to stop any attack, whether from land or from sea. And this fortress faced its greatest test back in 1741 during the Siege of Cartagena. Now, look at these numbers. They are just staggering. The British showed up with this massive armada. We're talking over 180 ships and nearly 24,000 men. And the Spanish defenders? They had 6 ships and fewer than 3,000 soldiers. The odds, well, they were beyond impossible. Seriously, let that number sink in for a second. 23,600 attackers. This wasn't just some raid. It was one of the largest naval forces ever assembled at the time, and all of them were focused on taking this one city. I mean, victory for the British seemed like a total slam dunk. And yet, they failed. Unbelievably, they failed. The city was saved And it was all thanks to the genius and just the sheer tenacity of this guy, Admiral Blas de Lezo. He was a living legend who had already lost a leg, an eye, and the use of an arm in previous battles. But against all odds, he masterminded a defense so brilliant that he completely crushed the massive British force, forever cementing Cartagena's legacy as La Heroica, the heroic city. Wow. Okay, after all that intense history, I think it's time for a change of pace, right? We're going to leave the heat and the history of the city behind and head out to the cool, crystal clear waters of the Caribbean Sea.
And you know what's crazy? This absolute paradise is just a short, 1-hour boat trip away from Cartagena's historic port. The Rosario Islands, they feel like they're a world away from the cobblestone streets. It's this breathtaking archipelago that shows you the other, equally beautiful side of Cartagena.
So what's waiting for you out here? Well, you've got an archipelago of 28 stunning islands, all surrounded by this turquoise water that is so clear you can see the vibrant coral reefs from the boat. It is the perfect place to go snorkeling, diving, or honestly, just find a powdery white sand beach and chill out with some fresh-caught seafood. And that right there, that's the real secret to Cartagena's charm. It's a city of incredible duality. You can spend the morning getting totally lost in 500 years of dramatic, epic history, and then spend the afternoon swimming in a pristine Caribbean paradise. It's this unique balance that makes the place so unforgettable. So if you really want to boil down the quintessential Cartagena experience, it comes down to these 4 things. You got to explore the streets of the walled city and get some many. You need to learn its incredible history at the Castillo San Felipe. You have to relax on the beaches of the Rosario Islands, and of course, you've got to taste absolutely everything. So, that really only leaves one question for you. With all of its fascinating faces, from its deep, profound history and its vibrant street art to just pure Caribbean paradise, which part of this incredible city would you want to explore first?